Sugar. We like to think we're only consuming this amount of it, but really, it's more like this. It's all over the place and literally in everything that we consume, from the usual suspects like ice cream, cookies, and that oh so delicious cakes. And just for good measure, we add more on top of it just to make sure we didn't leave it out. It's also in the juices we drink, surprisingly in higher quantities than we may even think. We even change the form of which we see it to be solid, liquid, and that beautiful medium in between the two. But the question comes to light, where does it come from? How is it made? And if we're traveling to another solar system, another star with limited items, can we get more sugar in space? Where does the sugar we use come from? Nature. We grow edible items that have sugar in them and extract it out. We will extract sugar in this experiment. We need a pot, knife, something to cut on, notebook, water, a strainer, and the food we'll be extracting sugar from. Which item do you think has the most sugar?
A few moments later.
The apple wins out. In fact, it's probable that all fruit contains sugar. It's just not in the hyper-concentrated dosages we usually consume. The next step after picking your fruit is to cut it into thin pieces. We're just gonna go ahead and fast forward this part since apparently I cut slower than what I think in my mind. Add your fruit into an empty pot and try to make sure it's pretty even at the bottom for the next step. You're gonna add water to just above the fruit. Light the fire on the stove, or if you're doing this outside, make sure the fire is contained. Now we wait. Water boils and evaporates at a different temperature than the rest of the contents in the fruit. So the water leaves and what's left is the sucrose, or otherwise known as sugar. At this point, I placed the lid on the top to see if it would speed up the process a bit. I had the water on high the whole time. When you try this, you should probably monitor the heat level and also make sure you have the proper safety tools. I found out the hard way. When you're ready and you see that the pot doesn't have much water left in it, you could then transfer the fruit from the pot into a strainer over a bowl so you can start to extract the remaining liquid from the fruit. It was at this point, after smushing the soft fruit, I realized I had just made applesauce. So there you go. You made a snack you can eat. Now, the liquid from the fruit will still contain a lot of water. So after this step, we'll need to put the liquid back in the pot to go back over the stove to then begin stirring it until it becomes thicker like honey. The smell was amazing, and the taste at this point was sweet. To speed up the cool down process, you want to find a cold place to put it. The freezer compartment of a refrigerator works out pretty well. Maybe it's just my mind, but the remaining apple paste in the pot looked like they had sugar crystals glimmering in the light. So there you have it. We made sugar. Thank you for stopping by today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Who knows what we'll learn about on the next rotation? Remember to learn something new every day.